It's playoff semi-final day. Have we done the playoffs at all on Non-League to Legend this year? I'm not entirely sure we did. Did we get involved in the playoffs at Gainsborough? I know we haven't anywhere. We've done a relegation playoff, obviously. That didn't turn out very well last year. So fingers crossed, we're a little bit more effective. Going in the opposite direction. We've got home and away legs against Barnet today. And fingers crossed, a playoff final tomorrow. Hello and welcome to Season 9, Part 5 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode, we have the home and away legs of the playoff semi-final against Barnet. We've not done anything since you were last with me because we did the last game of the season, so we'll just get straight into the first match. I mean, Barnet, if we have a little look at how they've done this season, they have at no point fallen outside of the playoff picture. And in fact, they've been a fairly solid fourth place all the way through, nipping into... I mean, they were in the top three for the first half of the season and flirted with it again towards the end of the season. So they might be feeling a little bit hard done by that they're not in the playoffs at all. Us, on the other hand, terrible first half of the season. Old Kev turns up around here, though, and we've very much snuck in at the end. I've always been of the school of thought with the playoffs that you want to be the team sneaking in at the last minute rather than the team who've got the disappointment of missing out of automatic promotion, because then you have the momentum with you. And I'm hoping that rings true for us today. So this is the team that we've got for the first leg. We are at home in the first leg, away in the second, because Barnet finished fourth, we were seventh. So they get the advantage of being at home in the second leg. So priorities for this first leg: win, try not to concede a whole load of goals. It's pretty straightforward, really. So we've got Davis in goal, a back four of McJanet, Baird, McDonald and Sana, with Ali sat in front of them as a defensive midfielder, Lorenzo and Riley in midfield, with Brock Madsen up front and Fleming and Dorsey either side of him. It's the exact team we used for the last two games of the regular season. He did well against Wickham, not so great against Doncaster, conceding that last-minute equaliser, but by then we'd taken three of the players off. So I'd like to think this 11 has got enough about them to be effective a couple more times just to finish the season off. It does mean that Keith Shorthouse is only on the bench again. He's a player we do want to get involved in the team somehow, whether that means a switch to a 4-2-3-1 next year, just to get him in his preferred position behind the striker, or maybe a return to the 4-3-1-2 once we've sorted out a summer of transfers, brought in some strikers, because I'm not really convinced by either of the wingers. Dorsey proved me wrong again today. Yes, what's the question? You need to win here to keep... Yeah, okay. We've got everything. Yeah, we'll do that one. I don't know what the right thing to say there is. That is a very defensive system for a team who surely are thinking they are better than us to come here and play. They're clearly coming here trying not to lose. They're afraid of our goal-scoring prowess, not that we really have any. And it is a little bit of a worry because of how inept we are in front of goal, that if that happens, we are going to have no way to get back into the game. And they've done exactly what I feared. I'm even explaining my fear to you as they go and do it. I mean, our season might have just ended 6 minutes into a two-leg match because they're set up so defensively and we struggle to break down a team with four defenders. They're effectively playing with seven, and now they're 1-0 up really early in the match as well. So we're going to have to keep attack, and they've just got no incentive to do anything other than just defend. And Riley has just sold an absolute screamer. He fancies a trip to Wembley. He's not admitting defeat as quickly as I am. That is a cracking goal. He is one of the few players who I've already given a contract to for next season. He's only 23 years old. He was a Chelsea youngster, and he has got bags of potential, and he's starting to show it for us. There with an absolute screamer into the top corner. He is by trade a right midfielder. We're playing him out of position in central midfield. Dorsey's in again. I've got to just criticise him at the start of every match. When I criticised him before Wickham, he went and scored 2 and made 1. When I was happy with him before Doncaster, he was rubbish and came off after an hour because he was that poor. We criticise him again today, and the man is back. Claudio Dorsey makes it 2-1, and all of a sudden, Barnet now can't just sit back. They're not going to be devastated if they go back to Barnet with a 2-1 defeat, but it's nowhere near as good as if they are sat there on a victory. And if we can nab another goal now, they're going to have to come out a little bit and come at us. And then that plays into our hands because we can then attack straight back at them again. Oh, we can't let them concede though. Right. Let's just defend this corner, get it up to Brock Madsen and go and grab another one before half-time. 3-1 at half-time from admitting defeat after 6 minutes would be awesome. But it is Barnet who are attacking again. But Ali gets in, makes the challenge. Davis, that was a terrible pass and Ali rescues him again. Davis is dancing even further out now. It's another terrible clearance. Barnet are in. Please just kick the ball up to the target man. That's what you're supposed to do. Davis got himself into trouble twice there. Ali rescued him twice, and then the third time he's lucky to get away with it as well. I mean, if we weren't playing with a holding midfielder, we would not be ahead in this game anymore. Mukhtar Ali absolutely saving the day, twice saving Oliver Davies's blushes, and we're finally attacking again, and it's with Baird, who's very far forward, finds Fleming, out to McJanet, cross comes into Brock Madsen, who can't quite get there, and their goalkeeper collects it was rather straightforward, really. But they are just coming out of their shells a little bit. They're still playing a very defensive tactic, but they're starting to commit a few more men forward. But Ali's in again. He's having a very good game, just snuffing out anything that comes near him at the base of that midfield. It's been a long time since we've had a holding midfielder, and I'm enjoying it, but not as much as I'm enjoying that goal. Brock Madsen makes it 3-1. There are 7,000 people here at Blackpool today. We mentioned earlier on this season how disappointing it was to only have 2,000 people in the ground. They're all starting to turn up now. They're getting involved on the Kev bandwagon, and surely Barnet have got to come and attack us now. And that's exactly what we want them to do, because if they open up a little bit of space for us to go and exploit, there's every opportunity for us to go and grab another goal or two. We are very much on the front foot. They've got to be starting to worry a little bit. Imagine if we could grab one more goal to take back to their place. It all starts to look a little bit difficult for them if we can get into that kind of situation. We're changing both fullbacks because they're not playing very well. Yes, it's because they're on automatic. I know there's a good half dozen of you who hate the fact the fullbacks are on automatic. I don't mind it. I've changed it before and I don't see that it made any difference. Lazaroff got 30 or 35 assists for us for Ipswich playing on automatic. It has its merits. Right, we need to get Shorthouse into this game. Can he not play out on the left? No. Can Dorsey play out on the left? No. We've got no one who can come on for Fleming. I'm going to bring Shorthouse on for Brock Madsen, just because Shorthouse has got that little bit of special about him. He's only going to be on the pitch for 10 minutes, but he just has the opportunity to do something a bit fancy in those 10 minutes that Brock Madsen's much more straightforward, and he's just there to get on the end of crosses. You get a little bit extra from that from Shorthouse. Cross comes into Fleming and it hits the post. We were this close to making it 4-1 in this first leg, and that would be crazy town if we did that. Ali gets in again. He's had such a good game, just getting involved in absolutely everything, worth so much more than the 7.1 that he's on, and he's there again with the clearance, and Davis makes a save. Desperation time now. We can't concede a goal now. It changes the whole complexion of the tie if we concede at this stage. Oh, and that's exactly what we've done. It's still 3-2. We're still going to take a lead back to their place, but it's nowhere near as strong a lead as it would have been if we'd have just held on. And that's 2 games in a row now, when you remember the Doncaster game as well on the last day of the regular season. The last 2 games we've conceded late goals that haven't ruined us, but they've taken the shine off it a little bit, and it's a habit we need to get out of. But most importantly, we go into the second leg just about edging the tie. As long as we don't lose at Barnet, we're on our way to Wembley. Second leg time, possibly our final game of the season, definitely the most important game we've had all season long. We're not making any changes. Changes at this point would be crazy talk. Barnet are the favourites for the match. We're going in 1 goal ahead, so slightly edging it, but they're a better team. So who knows what's going to happen. It really is cliche time. Get your cards ready. It really is anybody's tie at the moment, and goodness me, would we benefit from an early goal and just putting our minds at rest a little bit, calming me down more than anything. I'm on the edge of my seat here. Ben McDonald is in, and with 3 minutes on the clock, Angus McDonald makes it 1-0 on the night, 4-2 on aggregate. We have that little bit of breathing space. where let's just not mess up from here. Baird heads across to McDonald, the two centre-backs combining. Baird, we said 2 or 3 episodes ago how he's never had a good game for us. Well, he's picked up an assist early on in this time. Perhaps he's decided that it might be nice to move up a division with us rather than trying to move on to another club like he's been angling for since the end of the January transfer window when we turned down an offer from his old club, Plymouth. Dorsey now, he's rubbish by the way. Oh, Dorsey's rubbish. Lorenzo, what a goal from Bruno Lorenzo. We saw Riley do it in the last match. Lorenzo's done it today. There's still less than 10 minutes on the clock. We are now 3 goals ahead in this tie. And look at that for a goal. We are playing with a little bit of attacking flair about us at the moment. This is good fun. Please don't mess it up from here, because I'm really enjoying this. And the thing I'm enjoying possibly more than anything else is the fact that we're not doing it with Kev's good old tactic that I've been using for over a year now across 2 different versions of this game. We're trying something a little bit different, and it's blooming working. I tell you what, I'd feel so much more confident if we had a proper goalkeeper. It's like Tor all over again. We've lost our goalkeeper. He was sold in early in the transfer window before I came in. We didn't have a chance to bring in a replacement. We'd have been automatically promoted if we had a goalkeeper. And Davis there, I mean, we saw him messing about in the first leg, and there he is again. The ball hits the post, and he takes an awful long time to collect it in, despite it basically just being sat there above his head ready for him to grab. Let's not be too critical, though. We're 2-0 up on the night, 5-2 up on aggregate. We've just got another half to get through. We just don't concede 3 goals. That's all it comes down to. And then we're at Wembley in a playoff final, having knocked out the best team in the playoffs. So they've gone to the Kev system, the 4-3-1-2. Now Brock Madsen's in, forces a good save out their goalkeeper. That's been our best chance of the game so far, and we've missed it. Lorenzo with the corner, and Barnett do have a chance to break here. We need to be on our toes a little bit. Mukhtar Ali's across again, though. What a player! He's our captain. He's a hero. We have just conceded a goal, though, and this is, it's potentially just the nerves are just creeping back in again. We're still 2 goals to the good, but there's half an hour on the clock. Barnet are controlling the game now. They've had more chances. They've had more clear-cut chances. They're having more of the possession. They are the better team on the night, and we just need to hold on now. This is where I admit it would be nice to have a counter-attacking or defensive system that we had any kind of confidence in. I just don't. I'm not going to even mess around and try, because it would just be absolute madness at this stage to attempt something like that. But it's stressful not being able to do it. Right, we're gonna bring Dalton and Shorthouse on, because the attacking players, the front 3 again, it seems it's like a broken record. The front 3, if we can fix that for next year, we're going to be a very good team. Dalton was in, and now Sana with the cross, and Barnet are getting a little bit scrappy, but they have come away with the ball again. But Ali tackles, finds Dalton, and he finds Shorthouse. The 2 substitutes are combined after a brilliant tackle from our superstar captain. Look at that. He's in again. First time out to Dalton. He just squares it to Shorthouse in plenty of space. 3-1 up on the night. 6-3 up on aggregate. Surely that is it. And Shorthouse is doing a Gaza dance on the pitch. If you're younger than like 30, you don't even know what that is. That's depressing. Right, I don't know how Ali is not man of the match. He has been superb again. We're just going to bring on Williams at right back just for a little bit of extra energy up and down that right flank. But fingers crossed, we're there. We've got 3 minutes left on the clock. We just don't want to concede lots of goals. They've conceded. They've given us a little free kick in a nice space. We don't even have time to take it. We're only going to blooming Wembley. Have we been at Wembley yet in this save? I don't even know if we have. Jury's still out on Blackpool, boss. What have I got to do? Goodness me. More importantly, we're in the playoff final. When is it? It is in a couple of days' time. There's not much time to sell tickets for that, is there? Does it not tell us who we're playing? Bristol Rovers, who are the team who... we were breathing down their necks right at the end there. So Bristol Rovers, tomorrow, playoff final. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. and thank you very much for watching.